Okay, so we will go ahead and get started, just because Miss Davis has a lot of really important things that she wants to get to. Okay, so as you can see, that's not me. It's one of my favorite things to do is take a picture of something and then make it something completely different. Yes, it does offend people. I did a presentation when I was in college, and I had famous people, but none of their pictures matched up. It was all just random people's pictures, and they're like, that's not Maya Angelou, but I would do it on purpose, just to make people mad. My professor thought it was hilarious. The class thought that I was not so funny. But I did it just on purpose. Now, what I wanted to talk to you today has actually nothing to do with this at all. So I just picked the random, I'm going to throw a title out there to try to get you to come to the WWE, but it has nothing to do with offending people at all. So if you're offended by that, you're welcome. I offended you on purpose. What I wanted to talk to you about, if I can get this to work, hopefully it will, is this right here. I need someone, or actually two people, to do the Minute to Win It challenge. I need two look, don't even shake your head. I need two, Deacon, you can do it if you want to. I need two volunteers, Minute to Win It challenge.
Hey, I nominate this. I came here to sit and chill, baby. I want to be up here working. I'll be at AKT.
All right, someone needs to go up against Miss Davis. One more.
You good?
All right, I'm already.
Okay, all right, here we go.
All right, so I have shuffled both of these decks of cards, and you have 1 minute to take these and actually get them back in order through suits. So you need to put all the spades together, you need to put all of the hearts together, you need to put all of the clubs together, and then you have to get them, these are not shuffled, then you have to get them in the box, and you have to do it in less than a minute. So, I'm going to go ahead and spread these out for you. So, let's see who can do this in a minute. All right, are we ready, ladies? All right, I have time. It's a Minute to Win It challenge, and go.
Way too chill about this. Hold up. Don't
No
get
talking.
me. Don't get
No talking.
That wasn't a thing the whole other part. You just added that rule.
Yeah.
You're talking to waste of time. It's 30 seconds left. You got 30 seconds. Seconds.
Come on. First of all, I'm missing card.
And 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hands down. Ladies, I hate it for you, but you did not win the challenge.
It's terrible.
Thank you, this here for great job.
Okay.
Got so close with no cigar. I will let you know that Mary Orr did break this last WWE. She ripped the box in the ass. She was very serious.
She did. She took that one for the team.
Okay, so let me explain why I did a Minute to Win It challenge. This is what I love about this, is that if I could tell you that all it took was 1 minute to teach 7th grade English students 60 terms, 60 vocabulary terms in a minute. And it only takes 1 minute, and the statistics behind it, and I'll show you the data. You got 7th graders that are getting 48 to 50 of them done in less than a minute. And they know them, they have them memorized, and it took them a minute. So it's really, really cool. I wanted to talk to you about what this is, and I want to start off with my word wall. Now let me explain, because I know you know what word walls are. I know you've done this. We were all taught, hey, this is something you need in your classroom. And I started the year off where I would write each word as we went through our units, and it was just kind of boring. And I went home over Christmas, and I thought, I want to do something different. I was taking a class for my master's, and then we were doing this technique. I say learning this technique, but it's been around since 1972. And I did it in my undergrad as well. So I was like, oh, hey, we're doing this technique. So I thought I should teach my students. So I came in during pre-planning and wrote all 60 terms up on the board. And as soon as the students came back, I said, all right, we're going to learn all 60. And I told them how they were going to do it. I showed them how they were going to do it. And they're like, Coach, there's no way. And then it took place and it happened. And I want to show you the data behind it. So what we did is we learned precision training. Now, precision training has been around since the 70s, 1972 to be exact. And what it is, it's this. You precisely define behaviors. You measure it, you have recording, but it's not just like, hey, I'm going to get this data. You do it specifically, and that specific data collection is actually what causes what is known as acceleration. There's acceleration because not only does the student who is doing precision training feel effective, you feel effective as well. There's a lot of things, a lot of benefits from it. And of course, this guy's like, well, all right, whatever, I don't really care. I mean, why does this have anything to do with me? I was going to try to put things in his hands so that, but your Canva can make you just go down a rabbit hole. All right, well, precision training in 5 steps, super easy. Number 1, you've got to pinpoint your problem. So you have to say, okay, what do I want to fix? I know that there are all kinds of behaviors that we can fix because you might have classroom management behaviors you want to fix. You might have deficits in specific areas of the classroom that I really would like you to be better equipped here. Well, you got to pinpoint the problem. Then once you do, you go to practicing. You've got to practice on how to get better. One of the things I showed the students, and I actually sent this to Dr. Stenson, he's going to put the document out there so you can have it. It says that no one's good at something the first time they do it. It takes practice. I mean, you're not going to go out and just be a God-given athlete in every single sport that you play. That's why free throw shooting, you have to sit there and you have to practice over and over and over and over again. And I can't believe how many times I told my students this year, tuck your elbow in, and I would talk to them about how to set up to shoot a free throw. It's the same thing. So, you got to know your problem, you got to practice, and then you've got to graph it. You have got to have it down on paper, showing how they are succeeding, because the students want to see it. They want to see, hey, how am I doing now? Am I doing better? They love it. And when you graph, you can look and say, okay, who is getting it, who is not getting it? Okay, who do I need to help, who do I not need to help because they understand it? And then that is where you start getting into, all right, do I need to differentiate? Do I need to reteach? Do I need to go back and try again with this student? Do I need to help this student and leave this student? This is what we do on a regular basis. I know you get it, you do it. This is just a really quick technique of how to show you very fast. I'm talking about 10 minutes a day. So you can see where you need to be in 10 minutes instead of taking all class period to try to find something else. So, what is behavioral fluency? Now, this is the key to the entire precision training. It's the fluency of behavior. Fluency of behavior is this. It's a combination of accuracy. Yes, you want the quality of what you want, but you also want the speed. You want the pace. When you put quality and pace together, that is a very dangerous combination because the students thrive on it. They love the competition, the games. They don't have to concentrate for a very long time because it's only a minute. So they're trying to get as much in that minute as possible, and they lock in for that 1 minute. So you've got speed and you've got accuracy. There are a lot of academic journals out there that you can read on precision training. There's literature everywhere. I would talk your ear off about it, but I'm not going to waste your time now. But a lot of stuff, a lot of just facts about it, because I know that we all want evidence-based. We want to say, okay, what we're doing is evidence-based, and we can say, I'm doing this because so-and-so did this, and it's all out there. So, well, enough talking about it. How about I show you? So I can talk about it all day, but I want to show you the data. So here's my first block. I took a student, random student from my first block, and here is the data. Now I started, so it's January 15th, January 16th, 17th, 10 days in between, January 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, February 3rd, February 4th, February 5th, February 7th, so on and so forth. It's an everyday basis. As long as you can try to get as many days as possible. Try not to skip more than 5 days in a row if possible. I know we did. But look at the data. You started off with 20, then they went to 24, 29, 34, 36, 40, 50, 50, and then 59. So they got real close. They almost had it. Now, here's the crazy thing. I don't know if you noticed this, but when should I have given the test? I should have given the test to this student February 5th, maybe. Because the student knew it. They got it. They understand it. So I should have given them the test. But I didn't. I let them continue to keep practicing. And they ended up falling. They ended up not doing it, not bringing their cars to school. Then they plateaued. So it didn't really pan out for them as well. They started off great, and then it kind of fell. Well, here's my co-taught class. This is my first one. Notice anything? See how your trends are the same? There it is again. Almost the exact same line as the first block student. This is going up. This is a student with an IEP, and they started off and then shot up. And as you can see, probably into mid-February, I should have given that student the test. They were really, really close. They were ready.
Okay, and the nosedive is?
The nosedive is, I'm not here, I'm not practicing, I didn't bring my cards. I sat there, I got a 0 because I didn't do anything. Because every day that I would take data, I would come by and say, hey, did you do it? And if they didn't do it, then they had a 0. Okay. So data just completely disappears. Okay. So, yes, and it is very important to be consistent with your data because the students can see it, and it also helps you because you need to look for this. You need to look for your plateau moments because that's when you need to teach. That's when you need to help. Is because all of our students need help when they plateau.
Look, can you go back to the first block student?
Yeah.
And you may have said this. So another thing too is like, to me, this suggests like growing enthusiasm. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, they're into it. And this, now we're starting to kind of get complacent and we need to tighten our shot with it. We need to rejuvenate. So it's like right now everybody's over it. You know, we're all tired of fatigue. Yeah. So this becomes like, this is when you've got to have when the art of education comes in, the personality that Ricky will bring to bear, that you will bring, you know, to you know, reignite those flames and stuff like that. That's one way to look at it too.
Yeah.
What's crazy about this data is that you can, it's over all the blocks. I'll show you these next. It's pretty crazy because this student was gone and missed a couple of days. And then, of course, third block, we had more days that were missed. Now, here's fourth block. This is a student that we love, okay? We love the student at RMS. And this student came almost every day. Never missed. And look, this student, not going fifth. This student started off, kind of didn't get it, kind of got it, whatever. You're talking about 15, 28, 32, 23, 37, 30, 40. Missed today, 37, 16, 38, 41, 42, 30. So there's growth. And then, just shot up. Student finally got it, finally figured it out, and went to 60. Now, I should have tested the student in mid-March. Should have gave the student the test. Here you go. Let him ace it and go, fantastic. Here's another 60. We're going to talk about that. I want to show you, but as an English teacher, there's just nothing but, like, the sky is the limit on this. There is a plateau that is a very long plateau because the student did the same thing every day and would tell me, say, Coach, I can't get past this. Okay? Now, this is my first year doing this, so I learned a lot. Did I do a really good job? No. There's a lot of things that I need to do better. But as far as the consistency and the trend, the proof is in the pudding. It works. So we just have to be more diligent in how we graph and how we reteach. So, go to fifth block. Once again, I mean, it's crazy how it's almost identical. That about a month and a half in, all the students were loving it. And then it just kind of fell off. Now, so I talked to Dr. Neely, I talked to a bunch of teachers today about it, and we decided that one of the ways that we can fix this is take it from 60 to 30. So if you get the 30 correct, 30 for 30, so 30 in a month. So 30 for 30, you get your 30. Once you're done with that, then you take the next 30. So you have the next 30 and you go again. And you might see more of, you know, like a heartbeat. That they might dip a little bit and then go right back up because they got a new set. So then, after they do 30 and 30, then you give them a test over all 60. And then, you see what I'm saying? That
milestone, like they like to win. I feel like guys in my class, like they like to win.
They like to win.
Yeah.
Yes, and they're very competitive. And so you keep that trend going because they were super competitive. And at the beginning, I actually brought them in to the media center and had them do the cards for me. I will show you how we did that. And that was another thing that brought the intensity of this to the forefront. So once again, the student was gone a bunch of different days, but you can see the data. The data is there. It speaks for itself. I just want you guys to see it. So what I learned from this, I learned a bunch of information. One, it shows clear acceleration. Acceleration happens. And I want to explain how you're going to get acceleration to happen, because it doesn't just happen. There's a specific technique that I'm going to show you with the cards on how to create it. So, number 2, plateau can clearly be seen. Wouldn't it be great as teachers if we could always have data to see when our students are just done? So like everything we're teaching, every unit we're teaching, we go, okay, hey, I need to stop, I need to redo this because they've plateaued. I know that we see the plateau face because they just kind of give up. But it would be great to see it, you know, on paper, you know, in a graph to go, okay, hey, I need to go back and reteach that. Okay, so the correlation can be made between your classes. That is a huge thing, because I know we're trying to be equal with all of our classes, and we're trying to, you know, our gifted classes, our, you know, co-taught classes, our every one of them, you want them to succeed. So you want to see the same success rate in all of them, which clearly you can see. And then simply put, it works. Right? It just works. So I have a copy of these cards, and I'm going to show you real quick how this works. So they copied 60 cards, and on one side, on the blank side, they put the term. And then on the side with the lines, they put the definition. Now, we've all done this. I mean, you try to learn something, so you're going to use flashcards. The difference is timing yourself. So they come into class, first 5 minutes, I go to my board, I put a 5-minute timer. I say, hey, you guys got 5 minutes to study. They sit down, they take their cards, and they start studying. So they look at this one. For example, this says, the study that shows how two things are alike or different. That is comparative analysis. So they're looking at it, they're trying to figure it out, to express sorrow or regret. Oh, that's lament. So you're trying to think of these different words. After the 5-minute timer, I go, all right, here we go. First 1-minute session. Look at the term and say the definition. So they have 1 minute. If they know it, they put it over here. If they don't know it, they pass it. However many they pass are wrong. However many they get right, they get right. After a minute, they log that down. So I'm like, okay, you have 1 minute to log it down. So this is like 1 to 1. Next minute, I'm like, all right, try it again. Look at the term and say the definition. They go again, a minute. That's it. You do that 3 times. The 4th time, you switch. Now, look at the definition and say the term. The brain shifts. Now, what's so crazy about this, and I love that the facts are out there. Your brain thin slices. So whenever you have a lot of words that you have to remember, you have to sit there and cognitively try to put a sentence together. So it takes you longer to think of the sentence. But when you switch and all you have to do is remember one word, your brain goes, and it's rapid acceleration. So that 4th time, they go from like 15 to 25. And then the 5th and final time is what I document. I come by, I have them circle it. I'm like, okay, so today you got 23. Then the next day, we do the same thing. They come in, they have 5 minutes to study, 5 1-minute sessions, boom. 10 minutes is done. And we've done vocabulary every day for 10 minutes. And as far as classroom management, good luck. You come into my classroom the first 10 minutes and it is dead silent. People are in there, they are looking at their cards. No one's talking to anyone because they're trying to compete. Because, I mean, Ms. Davis is right. If you are trying to compete against somebody, you know, I only have 5 minutes to study and then it's going to be go time. No one's talking to anybody. They're like, I want to get this done. I mean, I had super aggressive like students that just like, no, leave me alone. I want to get this. So it worked, and it was so much fun. I would have students come up saying, are we going to practice our cards today? I'm like,
Did you
sure.
keep the cards in the classroom or?
Great question. So I learned this year a huge thing that never ever do. Never let them take them with them. So, because I cannot tell you, yes, and I tell you, so many students, I had a lot of students that were like, Coach, will you hold these for me? Yes, I will. And I would put them in my desk for them, give them, we had the cubby for the cell phones. They would put their cards where their cell phone was. Perfect. Next year, I'm going to have a card catalog for every single student so that it goes right back so they don't leave the classroom. I had a student go home and make her own on bigger cards because these were not, she didn't like them, I guess. So she made bigger cards and she brought those to school and the students were like, well, where did you get those from? Because they liked that she had larger index cards. I'm telling you, like, this is vocabulary in English that barf. Like, I mean, students don't want to do this, but they wanted to come in every day to do this. I had English as a second language, ESOL students, practicing on their own in the library. It's phenomenal. I didn't even have to tell them. They were like, I want to do this. So, if you are interested in it, I'll be more than glad to tell you how I did it. I've got all the documentation online for you so you can see step by step how to do it every day. It's 10 minutes of your time. That's it. And if you have a lot of terms that you're going to be going over, like especially math. So if you know math is going to build on itself, which it does, you know that all the terms that you have in math are going to be applicable to them in the future. Give them to them at the beginning. Just go ahead and offload it and then let them have them in their brain so whenever you do teach it, they go, oh, I know what that means. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. It's one of our vocabulary terms. So when you're teaching, they might raise their hand and go, I know what that means. Instead of it being brand new or they just wrote it down and they're bored because they didn't want to listen. I mean, I tried to do vocabulary where there was slides for each one and there were examples and they didn't care. They don't care. I mean, if I'm like, I lamented over blood, they don't care. I mean, they were over. So this really helped me. So that's it. Thank you. If you're interested, I would love I know that I have a couple of teachers that want to try to implement it next year. I would be more than glad to help you because I'd love to see your data so that we could put the data together so that I could go to Walker County and show them and talk to them about it. Say, look, this actually works. It helps. So